Hey guys, my name is Benley, a co-op student for Chromeworks, and today I'm going to teach you guys 3 different ways to make your Scratch dialog dynamic using different blocks in Scratch. Alright, for the first demonstration, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your Scratch character say something the user has typed in. So instead of it saying something like this, it'll say something based on what you typed in using the ask and answer block. Alright, to start off, I made a ball that randomly bounces around the screen. Some of these command blocks are not shown till later in the video, so stay tuned for those command blocks and then you can add them after. So first off, we're going to add a sprite. I'm going to make mine the cat. Move it right here. And then we're going to go to events and add a when the sprite is clicked. This is, so when you click the sprite, it's going to ask you what your name is, and you can type it in and it will say hey. So to use this block, you're going to use ask your name. This block is connected with this answer block, and we're going to use it later on. You'll see how it works together. So next we're going to add a control block and add a wait 1 second. Then we're going to add a say block, say hello for 2 seconds. And then we're going to add a join block, join apple banana. So with this join block, this is basically to add some more commands and make the sentence say the answer. So to do that, we're gonna have the hey, and then it's important you add a comma then space, because if not, it's gonna join the hey and the banana together without the space. But we're not gonna have it say banana. We're gonna have it say the answer. To do that, we're gonna add another join into this banana, and then we're gonna have the first apple in this new join say the answer. So you want to go back to sensing and put the answer for the apple, and then now you want to not mean to do that, and then now you want to put a nice to meet you with an exclamation mark. Add a space in the beginning of the nice because it's going to join the answer if not. Alright, let's now test this out. If we click on the cat and make it Kit as a name, it'll say, hey Kit, nice to meet you. And to make it more grammarly correct, you can put a comma at the beginning of this nice to meet you. For the second demonstration, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make Sprite change its sentence based on variables changing in the Scratch. Alright, so we're going to go to the next sprite. Our next sprite is going to be named Nano. He's a bit big, so we want to scale him down to like size 80. There you go. And the first block we're going to add is the events, and when the start button is clicked, you're going to want to go to controls and add a forever. In the forever, we're going to add a say hello, not to say hello for 2 seconds since this is going to be on for the whole screen. And we're going to go back and add another join block into here. And we're going to want to make this say the ball touched me. Alright, add a space at the end of that so it doesn't mash with the banana. And then we're going to add another join into the banana part, and we're going to make this one be a variable. Alright, so to create this variable, you want to go to make a variable, and we're going to name it touched. So when the ball touches Nano, it's going to count. And then you don't want it to be selected on the top so it doesn't show up here when you start the game. And then you want to drag this into the apple slot and then make it say space times. So again, so it doesn't connect with the touched, and also we should put a period at the end. The same touch variable is going to be in your ball command, and this makes it so when the ball touches Nano, it's going to count how many times it's being hit by the ball. For our last demonstration, I'm going to be using a list block to make a list of sentences for our sprite to randomly go through. So we're going to want to search a sprite. We're going to be doing the Giga sprite. We're going to add her here and scale her down a bit to 80. And then we're going to want to make a list. To make a list, we're going to name it random stuff because it's going to be saying random stuff. Alright, and you can see right here there's a list that you can add to. So if you click the plus, you can make a list of things and make it say is I'm hungry, just a bunch of random silly stuff I'm gonna make it say. You can also go on the bottom right and drag it so you can see it better. Now we got our random list of stuff. You can unselect this so it doesn't show. And then we're gonna start making our commands. So the first command we're gonna want to make is go to events and click on when this bright is clicked. We're gonna want to make it say stuff. So make it say. And you go back to variables and we add the item of one thing. And then we're gonna add a pick random, so it picks out of the random stuff, and it's already selected random stuff here. You might have other list, but you just click on random stuff. And then in this little 10 spot, we're gonna add a length of random stuff. The reason why we're using this length of random stuff block is because without it, it would be a pick a random 1 to 10, and if we run that code, as you can see, it would go through some of the random stuff list, but sometimes it would not show anything because there's a 60% chance of it not picking one of the 4 of our random list. So to fix that, we use this length of random stuff block, which is basically the length of the list. So there's 4 items in this list. We put it in here to pick out of the 4. You can also make it say something specific in the list if you use the equal block and put it in here instead, and just make it, let's say, 1 of 1, and then it'll say I'm hungry every time you click on it. And just like that, you should have it say random stuff. So if you click on Giga, who's your favorite mascot, I'm hungry, no time to talk, why are you clicking me? And just goes through all this list of stuff that you created from this list block. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on how to use list, answer, and variable blocks. Leave a like and subscribe for more content like this.
For more beginner level Scratch tutorials, visit our Scratch Basics homepage at chromeworks.ca/basics.